Welcome in, everyone. I'm filming this as of December 9th, and we have some breaking news. American fighter jets have breached the Gulf of Venezuela airspace that the Venezuelan regime claims is 100% theirs. The United States seemingly disagrees because we rushed in multiple fighter jets. This is by far the biggest escalation in the air that we have seen since the crisis in the Caribbean has kicked off. The United States has not gone to this area before with military aircraft. And now, as of today, Tuesday, December 19th, American fighter jets have breached the Gulf of Venezuela, which again, the Venezuelan government claims is 100% closed and 100% sovereign airspace. We are going to break down exactly what happened. I'm going to show you the videos in the lead up to this right at the start, as well as a map of where this happened and where the actual territory boundaries that the United States views are. So this is big, big news. We have a lot to get into. Before we do, you know the drill. Like and subscribe, totally free. Huge, huge boost to the channel. Comment with your thoughts below. What do you think about the jets breaching the Gulf of Venezuela? Fire away with all your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that notifications bell. All notifications turned on. Instagram, David_Hookstead, X, D Hookstead. That's where you can find me on social media. DMs are wide open. So we're not going to waste any time here because this is a big, big deal. This happened just hours after an interview with President Donald Trump was published, where he said and made clear that Maduro's days as the leader of Venezuela are numbered. And he also, in this interview, did not rule out American troops on the ground. Just hours after this was released, American fighter jets breached a point they have not breached before. Again, the biggest escalation so far. So let's watch this.
Can't talk about
So
strategy.
how far would you go to take Maduro out of office?
I don't want to say that,
But you want to see him out?
his days are numbered.
So that was released on the morning of December 9th. President Trump declaring that Maduro's days as the dictator in Caracas are numbered. This is also happening as the opposition leader is in Oslo to accept the Nobel Peace Prize, reportedly whisked away and evacuated out of the country with U.S. assistance to get her to safety and secure her passage. It will be very interesting to see if she returns to Venezuela or remains under U.S. protection until the crisis is over. And on top of that, it comes just days after these comments by General Dan Kane, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, saying that we will likely have military conflict in our hemisphere, which we have not seen in a very, very long time.
Yeah, I mean, we have not. If you look back over the arc of our deployment history over the last few years, we haven't had a lot of American combat power in our own neighborhood. I think that's, I suspect that's probably going to change. We'll see what we're ordered to do. And of course, we follow that guidance but we're definitely spending some time there now.
So after those comments were made, I'm going to put this on the screen now. So we got Trump saying Maduro's days are numbered. We've got Dan Kane saying military action will commence in our hemisphere. This is literally huge. So what you're looking at on the screen here is the Gulf of Venezuela. So you have Venezuela to the left, to the right, and these fighter jets flew with their transponders off, got into the Gulf of America. Now, this is just one of the fighter jets, was at 25, almost 26,000 feet, started turning and doing racetrack loops along with other F-18 fighter jets right in the middle of the Gulf of the Gulf of Venezuela. Now, why is this critically important? Again, you have to understand this. The Venezuelan government claims that this entire chunk, the Gulf, is closed off. They claim it's closed off because, as you can see on the peninsula onto your left and to your right, that they claim that due to that, they have complete control of this airspace and nobody is allowed to fly in it without their permission. Obviously, the United States of America did not ask for permission. The United States does not view this as Venezuelan airspace. So they go in there with F-18s, incredible aircraft, heavily armed, and they start running racetrack loops in clear middle finger language to the Venezuelan government of, we don't care if you claim this is your airspace or not. We are going to fly wherever the hell we want to. Then the fighter jets disappeared off radar, public radar, flipped their transponders off. And as of the filming of this video, we do not know where the Venezuelan fighter jets are. I repeat, we do not know. Sorry, we do not know where the American fighter jets are. We do not know if Venezuela has scrambled fighter jets to try to find them. The American jets went dark after making their presence known. They could still be in the Gulf of Venezuela. They could be gone. We do not know. We have a couple more looks at them. So this is a photo of them coming in. You can see the airspace in the region of Venezuela, nearby the Gulf of Venezuela, has been completely cleared. Why? Probably because the Venezuelans don't want an accident or unnecessary escalation. So this is on the screen of them coming in. Right here, we have another one of the fighter jets that you can see. It says Navy F-18 Super Hornets with Strike Fighter Squadron 213 assigned to Carrier Air Wing 8 on board the USS Gerald R. Ford, currently flying over the Gulf of Venezuela, 20 miles from the mainland of Venezuela. So again, another look at them there. We've got a zoomed out look here of them continuing to be in the Gulf. It is important to say that there is reports that GPS jamming is going on as of the filming of this video. The GPS systems across Venezuela are being jammed. Here's a zoomed in look of multiple F-18s. You can see Gulf of Venezuela clearly on the screen. And then here is another look of just how close they are getting to the actual border and how close they are getting to breaching what even we recognize as Venezuelan airspace. So we went into what the Venezuelans claim is their airspace. We did not cross the boundary lines of what we claim is their airspace. So I'll put this on the screen for you. This right here, this is the Gulf of Venezuela. So what you see here, we can even zoom it out a little bit. The Venezuelan line comes up here all the way down. So where it says La Flora, this is pretty much right here where the Venezuelan border stops. This is all of Venezuela. This is Venezuela. And that is the Gulf of Venezuela. Now I'm going to put this on the screen for you. Those red lines roughly are what we recognize as Venezuelan sovereign airspace. So as you can see from the photos, we did not go in past those red lines. Venezuela again claims everything inside those red lines is also their airspace. So we are proving to them, well, hey, if it's your airspace, get some fighter jets up here and see what you're going to do about it. Oh, you're not going to do shit because you have a total of 3 F-16s and 30 Su-30s, old Russian aircraft. So we're just dancing in their backyard right now, flagrantly giving them the bird, flying in airspace they claim they will shoot down planes to defend, and they didn't do anything, which yet again shows all of Maduro's tough talk is just that. It is just tough talk. It is not anything more than that. Because if we fly where they claim it's restricted airspace and they don't do a damn thing about it, well, what does that say? So while we're doing that, let's take a look at what the F-18 is. For those of you who might be unfamiliar, this is the F-18. You can see some photos of it here. That's a look at its gun. It's a beautiful, beautiful plane. So I'm just going to flip through some of these. That's a list of the countries that operate it. Let's get some more photos of it. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous plane. So when we go down to the specifications on it, so it's got a crew of one pilot. Yeah, it's got a pilot and a weapons systems officer, I believe. And when you look at its max performance, it can do about 1,200 miles per hour at 40,000 feet. It flies Mach 1.8. It has a range of 1,200 miles, clean with 2 AIM Sidewinder missiles. You can climb at 50,000 feet a minute. Carries 120 millimeter M61A1A Vulcan nose-mounted 6-barrel rotary cannon, 578 rounds. It's got its sidewinders. can carry multiple Sidewinders depending on its fuel loadout. It's got anti-ship missiles it can carry. So this is a look at the Sidewinder missile, one of the most famous missiles in the Air Force's arsenal. So I'm going to stop sharing this now. I'll pull it down from the screen. So that is where we are at as of the filming of this video. We have multiple F-18s that have breached the Gulf of Venezuela that are disappeared from radar. They flipped their transponders off after making themselves known. This comes literally hours after President Donald Trump said Maduro's days are numbered. We fly these planes right into the Venezuelan backyard. They do not do anything about it because they know they can't do anything about it. It is another reminder that this situation is going to pop off. And when it does, Maduro and his nasty, dirty regime is in a whole hell of a lot of trouble. We have all the military might we need at our disposal. We are ready to rock and roll. And unfortunately for Maduro, he is not. He doesn't have the means to stop the United States. He doesn't have the tools to stop the United States. And his people certainly aren't going to rise up and defend him to stop the United States. This situation's getting hairier. It's getting dicier by the day. I know a lot of people are in the comments saying, when is something actually going to happen? We are going to discuss that further on my Tuesday night live, but we are literally going closer than we ever have before. This is the closest that U.S. planes have come to Venezuela. U.S. warplanes have come to Venezuela. So a big development, but I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this whole situation? What do you think happens next? How do you think this ends? Let me know in the comments below. Please make sure to like and subscribe, hit the bell, all notifications turned on. And then right here, Instagram, David_Hookstead, X, Hookstead. That's where you can find me on social media. My DMs are wide open. Reach out with whatever you got. I'll see y'all next time.